Two late wickets from Michael Hogan balanced up the first day of the LV County Championship match between Hampshire and Glamorgan at the Ageas Bowl after Michael Carberry and James Vince both hit 50s for the home side. Put in after a delayed start of an hour because of rain, Hampshire made a bad start, losing Jimmy Adams in the third over as he nicked Hogan behind for a single. Liam Dawson went for the same score in the sixth over of the match, LBW to John Glover at 4 for 2. As is often the case, batting first thing at this ground was not easy. Carberry got away with this edge off Hogan, Mark Wallace being wrong-footed. And another edge off the tall Australian also went to the third-man boundary rather than to hand, as Carberry lived rather dangerously. He wasn't the only one. Neil Mackenzie also got away with an edge off Jim Allenby, which fell just short of slip. But as the shine went off the ball, batting became a lot easier. Over the last couple of years, a number of pitches at the Ageas Bowl have had a lot of grass on them, yet they always play well, offering a fair battle between bat and ball. After the initial struggles, Carberry began to use the middle of his bat to good effect. Both he and Mackenzie have had excellent seasons in T20 cricket, and they carried that form into the four-day game now. Mackenzie, as he often does, using the leg side to score plenty of his runs, as he and his partner start to develop a very good third-wicket partnership. Carberry is in wonderful nick right now, and this four, his ninth, took him to another half-century, this one using up 88 deliveries. He was dominating the scoring at this stage and was looking very good indeed. These two sides played out a thriller in Cardiff not so long ago, a game won by Hampshire, who need to string a few wins together if they are going to have any chance of gaining promotion this season. They clearly have the players to do that, but too many draws this summer has left them with a lot to do. A win in this match then is a must really, and with these two making batting look rather easy as the afternoon wore on, they were getting their side into the position they needed to be in, as they took the total to 134 with a partnership of 130 in 45 overs. Mackenzie looked set for a 50 of his own, but 4 runs short, he nicked off to Dean Koska. Carberry though remained, and after hitting 100 in his last match against Kent, he moved again into the 90s with his 29th first-class 100 in sight. But then he was surprised by a short ball from Hogan, which he could only deflect into the gloves of Wallace to go for 94 at 156 for 4. Glamorgan were back in the game with those 2 wickets, but the rest of their attack couldn't match Hogan, and that allowed Vince and Sean Irvine to again put their side back on top. Both men dealt mostly in boundaries, these just being a selection of many to choose from, as they both mixed a solid defence with some wonderful strokes, which started to put the visitors on the back foot again. Irvine was at his belligerent best, standing and delivering, as he and his partner put on 90 in 20 overs for the 5th wicket, just the kind of partnership that their side would have wanted, with the runs being scored at a very good rate to try to make up for the indifferent start in the morning. Like Mackenzie before him, Irvine looked set for a 50 before, at the end of the day, he nicked the second new ball delivered by who else but Hogan to Marcus North. Irvine departed for 44, but Vince did complete his 50 before bad light brought an early conclusion to proceedings. This was the 6th time that Vince has made it this far this season, this half-century occupying 97 balls, 8 of which had earned him 4s. It was Hogan, though, who had the last say in the day, finding the edge of the bat of night watchman Danny Briggs to give Wallace his 4th catch of the day. 1 ball later, the players went off because of the light, meaning that overall 11 overs were lost in a day on which Hampshire made 261 for 6, Hogan taking 4 for 66 from 21 overs. The home side will be pleased to still have Vince in. He'll resume his innings on day 2 on 51.